Oh, hello. How are you guys doing today? So I am in the car joined by Richard. Say hi, Richard.
Hello, everybody.
What mode? We're in race mode. Ooh!
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, I'm in love with this car. So, in case you guys didn't know, in case you guys haven't heard of it, this is the Ferrari 458.
Yes.
And 458 stands for what? 4.5 liter naturally aspirated V8.
Yep.
And it makes how many horsepower? 570? Yeah,
70, I don't know.
something like that.
Yeah.
But it feels so, it's just the power delivery, the way it delivers the power. Oh, and again, this engine revs to 9,000 RPM. Like, what?
Yeah.
I think it was like the highest revving engine that it beat, because the Honda S2000 was actually the first one to hit that 9,000, like production car.
Oh, really?
And then this beat it in 2009, and ever since then, I'm not sure there's any car that is revved higher than this. And even the new Ferrari 488 as well, it doesn't even rev as high as this because it's turbocharged. It's what, twin turbocharged, right?
I don't know. I know this car.
Yeah, it's twin turbocharged.
But, you know, the thing about the 9,000 RPMs, this car likes being in that upper register of the. It's happy to be up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have a Corvette, and it's like, you feel like it just is desperate for you to shift, you know?
Yeah, because you were saying like you had the CO6, right?
Yeah.
And I also reviewed the CO6,
Yeah.
and it was so, I mean, you don't even put your legs completely down, and it's already like squirreling and going out of the way.
Right.
But this just feels so planted to the road, and it just feels so connected. But yeah. So what has been your favorite thing? Oh yeah, I forgot the part.
Yeah, now we can hear.
So cool. Look at that.
Now we can hear. We couldn't hear the engine before.
No, now you could hear it. You can roll down the back windows. Again, the best part about this car is that it's convertible. Just listen to this. It's so brutal. It's so, and I haven't even put my foot down. I'm probably not gonna do that, but it is so brutal, and it just kicks you back, and the shifts are so fast. Oh, the suspension is kind of bumpy, but that's to be expected.
There's a bumpy road button on the steering wheel.
Okay, let's see. Let me push it and see if that makes any difference. Bumpy road mode.
I can't.
Can you tell the difference?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, and in the corners, this thing is so flat. What? And I love it that the steering wheel is. You can see all the revs on the steering wheel. It has like, whenever you're revving completely to red line, it shows on the steering wheel as well, and that's just pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was on the track Monday at Coda, and that you talk about, that's so helpful because you're never looking down.
Yeah, you never look down.
Forward, and
you see it so clearly because it's literally bright red shining at you. Hey, oh my gosh. This is just my favorite thing about this car. Oh, I am just done. And the weather in Austin today is so good.
70 degrees.
Does it ever snow here?
Oh yeah.
Because this is my first time in Austin, like ever. In Texas.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for inviting me down. I forgot about the windows.
Right.
But just look at this, people. It feels so good. So the 0 to 60 of this car is what? 3.4 seconds. That's just crazy. And again, that open top experience is just nothing. And because the roof is aluminum, people here say aluminum. It sounds really fancy. But it's aluminum, and so it is not heavy. And so it doesn't add that much weight. I think this thing weighs less than 100 kilograms than the standard car. And it only loses like 1/10 of a second to 60. But I don't even care because you just have access to that naturally aspirated 9,000 RPM high revving V8. Oh, the steering is so sharp. Oh my gosh. Oh, I missed the turn. Shucks.
No, keep going.
Oh, the way this thing revs. It is so fast to rev. And it's also it's literally telepathic.
Yeah.
It's changed gear. What? And And the backfires you get from the exhaust are just... Oh. And this is, keep in mind, this is literally just like 6,000 RPM. What? Yeah, and this is the stock exhaust, right?
Stock exhaust. Yeah.
I'm done. I am done. Oh my gosh. What? What? I drove the McLaren 720S the other day.
Okay.
And there's just nothing that beats that naturally aspirated V8. That, yeah. I mean, the turbo, of course, the turbos are faster and everything, yeah. But this has such instant response. Throttle response is so instant. And just that high revving nature, it's just, that's just something you don't get out of like anything else these days.
There's so many cars now, they're like more horsepower, can go faster, yeah. Shift faster, whatever. This car, the driving experience is just so superb, sublime. Right? Oh. Yeah.
In corners, this thing just eats corners.
Loves it.
Just look at that. Yeah. It is so flat.
Yeah. Yeah, you get very confident very quick in the 458.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it. This is the best car Ferrari has made, I think. Today. Wait, no. Apart from maybe the Enzo.
You just saved yourself a lot of comments.
Yeah. Yeah, apart from the Enzo, maybe, I don't know, the F50. I haven't driven that, or the Enzo. But
actually, it doesn't matter. You make a statement like that, you're going to get comments.
Yeah, I'm going to get comments, whatever. I'm still going to say this is the best car Ferrari has ever made. I mean, even the Speciale is pretty much the same as this, but we just added things, but it's exactly the same engine.
I think so. It's got all the little aerodynamic things
aerodynamic
happening.
flaps.
Yeah.
But it's still the same basic car. So the 458, and in general, which includes the Speciale, is just a group, it's just the best group of cars that Ferrari has made. Yeah. And I think this is also the prettiest Ferrari they've also made. Because I never thought the older ones, I mean the 430 that was really pretty. That's good, that's really pretty. Yep. But like a 360, like any other thing behind that, I never thought was pretty until I saw the 430 and then this. I was like, what? And it's pretty cool because it was made by Pininfarina.
Yes.
Yeah, so the design is by Pininfarina.
Yeah.
And it's so sad that Ferrari does not, like, they don't make cars with Pininfarina anymore. They went solo, and that's why the 488 looks like it does.
Yeah, I think the 488, the beauty that it does have is pretty much the lines that it took from the 458.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, it did.
But maybe that's I'm a 458 owner, so I see that.
No, I see it too. Because when the 480 came out, I was like, wait, what's the difference?
Right.
I was like, oh, it looks, I mean.
Here's your left.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to talk about the interior. I feel like we've just been talking about exterior, but the interior is amazing. There's carbon fiber everywhere, leather.
Yeah.
And the seats hug you perfectly well.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no body roll at all.
Yeah.
And so structurally, this car is rigid.
Yeah, I was really pleased with the seats because these aren't their performance
seats.
Racing seats.
Yeah.
These are just their standard. What do they call those seats? Anyways, it doesn't matter.
We're just gonna call them Ferrari seats.
Right. And but they work real well as far as hugging you in a hold, so you can hold turns.
Yeah, and the 458s are also really reliable. And so I would say if you're going to get the 458, do it now because this is the best time because I feel they're going to start going up in value as Ferrari starts releasing other non-naturally aspirated engines.
Right. Yeah, I was very comfortable purchasing this car. Maybe it'll depreciate a little bit, but I feel like it's gonna really flatten out.
Yeah, because again of the color.
Yeah.
That's just. And the spec is just such a good spec.
Right.
The person did an amazing job.
Yeah.
And so, I also wanted us to do like a comparison video between this and the Maserati. Since they just have, I always call that the 4-door Ferrari or 4-seater Ferrari.
Yeah.
But we'll do that later. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching this golden video. Put it into neutral.
Yeah.
I love this car. Oh, it has radar. Ooh, radar detector. Does it work?
I don't know.
Oh, you have
it came with it. I never turned it on.
Oh my goodness. It's an awesome car. Thank you so much for letting me.
You know what they call that, right?
Which one?
This thing here?
The Manatino? Manatino?
It's the golden Manatino.
I forgot. Yeah, it is so. It's golden.
I watched that video 100 times where you said golden Manatino. So every time I'm like, oh, I got to adjust the golden.
Oh my god!
Manatino.
I mean, it is. This is such an amazing car, and yeah, I just love the digital screens as well. You have your. I feel like I didn't talk anything apart from the sound of this car and everything, but this is just an amazing all-round package. It's just hard to beat. And thank you all so much for watching this golden video, and I will catch you guys on the next golden drive. Bye. And thank you for letting me review the car too.